Hello everyone and welcome to day 29 of 31 days of Halloween. So today's video is a very exciting video. It is my Fright Night vlog for 2018. I went to Fright Night on the 20th of October, so 9 days ago, and I kind of wanted to do the vlog a little bit different this year, and kind of go through it with you guys, like go through my night with you guys, and then show you the footage that I got. So I got quite a bit of footage this year for you guys, so I'm super excited to edit it and like just go through it and show you guys, and it's like a lot of good footage, so I'm really excited to show you. But first I'm gonna like talk to you guys of how our night went, and I'm sorry for the construction noises. So I didn't want to like sit down in front of my background for this video. I just wanted it to be really chilled out and just talk to you guys like this. So it was kind of like a little like a vlog in a way, because I didn't vlog before I went. I kind of just filmed whilst I was there, so that's why I wanted to do it like this way and do it a little bit differently. So I am now going to tell you guys how our night went. So I went with my cousin, and we got there at like a little bit after 4:30, because we had to be there at like 4:30, between 4:30 and 5 I think, for our VIP tour, because we did the VIP tour, the Ultimate Terror tour. And with that you get early entry. So we got there a little bit after 4:30, and then we waited a little bit out at the front of the park, and we waited for one of the members of staff to take us to the VIP lounge. And then after that, we were at the VIP lounge, and they served us like welcoming canapes. Like there was spring rolls and just little like satay chicken sticks and just like food like that, like finger food, and there were also drinks as well. So we had some food and then just like chilled around the VIP lounge, although it was outside because the buffet and like the lounge, the inside part of it wasn't open yet. So we were out in the outside area, and there were like scare actors like running around and like scaring people a little bit, so that was a lot of fun. So we were there for like a few minutes, and then after that they took us to the arena where they have the Hollywood stunt driver show, and the creative director of I don't know if he was the creative director of Movie World or just for Fright Night. He might have been the creative director for like all of Movie World, but I'm not too sure. But the creative director was there, and he gave us a little like talk about Fright Night and like the history of Fright Night and stuff. And it was really interesting, and like how they came up with like the stuff, like the like events I guess for this year. Well, not like events because it's a whole event like itself, but how they came up with all the ideas like for the scare zones and stuff, and then they also like talked to us about one of the new houses that they had this year, which is called the House of Cain. And because all the other three houses were based off of horror movies, and then the House of Cain was one that they created themselves, and then they talked about that and how they got the ideas of that. So that was really interesting. And then after that, the actors came into the arena, and we got a couple of photos with them, and I got a photo with Michael Myers. There was quite a few Michael Myers, so I just got a photo with one, so I'll put it up on the screen now for you guys. So yeah, I got a photo with Michael Myers, and then after that they let us out to go and do our own thing. And after that we went and watched the opening ceremony, or the opening scaremony as they call it. And then after that we were just allowed to go off and do our own thing until our tour time, and our tour time was at 7:20, so we had a little bit of time. We had like an hour and 20 minutes so until our tour started. So after that we went on some rides. We went on the Superman Escape first, and then after that we wanted to go on to the newest roller coaster, the DC Rivals coaster, which is it came out like a year ago, like from last year. It came out October last year, and I didn't get to go on it last year when I went to Fright Night, because last year I didn't do the VIP tour and the line was really long, so I didn't get to do it. But this year I got to do it, and it was so much fun. Although the first time we tried to go on it, the ride had broken down, but then we got to go on it again later on in the night, and thankfully we had our fast track passes with our Ultimate Terror tour, so we got to skip the line. So yeah, and the roller coaster was so good. It was so worth the wait. It was amazing. I would definitely recommend it. So we after the Superman Escape we did go to the DC coaster, but like I said, it was broken down. So instead we went on the Green Lantern, and then after the Green Lantern what did we do after the Green Lantern? I think we went into one of the haunted houses after that. We went into one of the haunted houses because we still had a little bit of time with like before our our tour thing started. So we went into one of the haunted houses. We went into the Jigsaw one, which was based off of the Jigsaw movie that came out last year. So that was one of the returning houses from last year, as well as the Halloween house was a returning house from last year. So we went into the Jigsaw house first, and that was a really good maze. That was so good. That was one of my favorites. So we went into that, and then before, I can't remember if it was before or after, we went into one of the secret scare rooms where when you do the VIP tour, they have secret scare rooms in all of the haunted houses but one. The only one that didn't have it was the House of Cain one. I'm pretty sure we went into the secret room before we went into the haunted house, and then we did the haunted house. So with the VIP tour you get to go into these secret rooms inside the haunted houses and scare the people inside the haunted houses, so you get to be one of the scarers. So but they have like really cool scare effects that you get to do. So in the Jigsaw one, I think it was the Jigsaw one, that you got to spray people with like a water bottle, well, not a water bottle, with a spray bottle, and spray people with water. So that was really cool. That was a lot of fun. And then also in that one there was one that was it was like a button that you could push and it went off with a car horn sound effect. So we got to do that one as well, and that was really cool. So yeah, we did that, and then we went into the house, and then it was the time for us to go on our special tour thing. So the tour thing that they had this year was so cool. So I will like run through it with you guys because it was so awesome. So it was way better than the one that we did 2 years ago when we first did it. So the way they had it this year was that it was kind of like a maze, but also it was like a tour as well. So what it was kind of like half inside and also half outside as well, which even like made it even creepier that it was half outside. So it was in the area near the Wild West, near the that water ride, the Wild West. So it was kind of like opposite that. So we had to wait for a few minutes to go in. So we went in, and it was set in Russia. So all the actors had like Russian accents, and then it was kind of like you were in like a they were like the army, the Russian army or something. And so you went into this like little this, what would you call it? I forget what they were like called, but they were like these big tin or like metal like crates, I guess. And we like got into one of them, and we had to like sit down, and it was like really small, and there were like lockers at one end of it, and one of the actors came in who was like I guess he was the leader or something, like the I don't know if he was like the leader of like the whole like team, like the whole like army thing, like the captain. But he came in and he like gave us like a briefing of like what was going on, but it was like all like acting and stuff. I don't really like remember all of it, but it was like it was like scary. And he like gave us like a number, and we had to go to a locker and take out what was in the locker, and in the locker were these white like I think it was cotton. Was it cotton? I don't know. I can't remember what material it was, but there were these white suits, and they were like zip-up suits, and they were like protective suits. So they would like go over your head. It was like full body, except like for your feet and like stuff. So there were these white suits that would zip up, and they would also like glow in the dark as well. So and you put them over your head, and then you had to put on safety clear safety goggles. So because it was kind of like you were like in like a quarantine area. So after that we went into like this like, it was kind of like a laboratory, I think, or like some type of lab area. I'm not really too sure. I can't remember, because it kind of like went really quickly, and like it just went so fast. So and they like kind of like paced us through it, like really, like we had to like run at one point. So we like then went to like this lab area, and there was this woman there, and she was like telling us like the stuff that we had to like look out for. And like they gave us this sheet of paper, and it had like pictures of like nature things on them, and like little animals that we had to like look out for. And it was like, it had like words on it, but it was in Russian, so we couldn't understand it, obviously. And then after that, by the end of that section, there was like this scare actor that had come out that was like human but had like some type of disease like in them, so that's why we had to wear like the protection suits and stuff. So like that actor came out and like scared us from behind, and I kind of knew he was there because I was at the back, and I was like looking, and I was like, oh, he's there. And I was just about to tell my cousin that he was there, and then he scared us, and she like got angry at me. She was like, why didn't you tell me he was there? I was like, I tried to tell you, but as soon as I was about to tell you, he scared us. So it was kind of funny. But after that, they were like, move, come on, let's go. And like the actors were like that, and so they got us into like another, it was kind of like, it was like a van, like outside van or something, although it was that like the next thing. I don't remember the like sections of it because there was like different sections. So we then like went, also we got to go to this section where it was like there were all these different like plants, I think, that they were like doing like experiments on. I couldn't really hear very well because the protection suit was like covering my ears, so I couldn't really hear very well. So they like got us into like this area where there was like this guy, this like professor guy, and he was explaining like all these like plants and stuff, and like what the disease or whatever it was like doing. I think that's what he was explaining. I don't really remember. I couldn't really hear him very well because I was like at the back. And then they had this like guy, they had this scare actor at the front, and I couldn't see very well because I'm short and I was at the back, and they like sprayed like slime at us, and thankfully we had like the goggles and like protection stuff on, so it like didn't get on our clothes. So they sprayed like kind of like slimy water at us, and that was like what the disease thing was. So he sprayed it at us, and then after that, there was also, I forget if that was the thing that we went to, and then there was also this other section that we went to that was like, it was like, we were like in a van, and there was a part where like just so much smoke happened everywhere, and then there were like the scary people outside like scaring us from the windows, and obviously we didn't know they were there because like there was so much smoke everywhere. So I can't remember if that was before we went to like the laboratory part with like the professor and that, so I don't remember. It's kind of like a bit of a blur now. So but yeah, we did that as well, and then after that they like told us to like run, and we had to like run down this hill to like this protection area, or like this safety zone, and we got like sprayed with like misty water, so it was like it like came off like the slime stuff like came off us, and then we had to like take off the suits and protection gear, and then that was like the end of it, and then we got to go. So I know that was kind of like really like a rough like explanation of it, but I don't really remember parts of it because it was kind of rushed, and I couldn't really hear very well because the hood thing of the suit was like covering my ears. So, and I was like at the back the most of the time, so I couldn't really remember, but it was really cool. I really liked it a lot better than the one that we did 2 years ago, and it was like just so cool the way they like had it all planned out and everything. It was really cool. So yeah, that was like the tour thing that we got to do, and then after that we went and got food, and we just had like some normal like buffet food. The food wasn't the best, but it was alright. So we had food after that, and then after that we did the rest of the haunted houses. So we did Halloween, like Michael Myers Halloween, and then there was also the House of Cain, which was the one that they created themselves, which was really good, and then Leatherface. We did Leatherface, and the Leatherface one I think was my favorite. So Leatherface and Jigsaw were my favorite ones, and they were really good. So yeah, I really like those. And then also just throughout the night we went into the different scare rooms. So we like scared people inside the mazes. So I have a lot of footage from that, like inside of the mazes, and then also I have some footage from out on the streets as well, in a couple of the scare zones. And yeah, so that was basically our night. It was a lot of fun, and sorry that I kind of like rushed through it, so I hope I like explained it well to you guys. And I think my light is dying because I've been talking for way too long. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this part of the vlog, and now I'm gonna shut up and actually show you guys the footage that I got. So most of it is from inside of the scare rooms where we scared people inside the haunted houses, and then also a couple of footage from the streets. So yeah, I'll put little captions up on the screen so you guys know like where we are like in the clips. So yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and stop talking and rambling on so you guys can actually enjoy the footage. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 30 of 31 days of Halloween. Alright, bye guys. I'm sorry. I can't. Oh, creepy girl. Oh, it's me. Bye.